production is brought to you in part by Mediterranean Bar and Grill of Taunton. Visit them at medbarandgrill.com. By Soares Pumping. Simply the best at what they do. Visit them at soarespumping.com. By Frank Bedak Law Office. Visit them at bedaclaw.com. And by Physical Therapy U. Visit them at ptuclinic.com.
In keeping with the spirit of this championship event and our respect for the accomplishments of these two outstanding teams, the MIAA and its member schools would like all to remind who are present here today that they are expected to show the utmost respect to the game's officials, coaches, and athletes by cheering them on in a very positive manner. There will be no tolerance for cheers or comments that are meant to taunt, ridicule, or meant to embarrass anyone who is participating in this contest. We thank you for coming and enjoy the game. And now for the lineups. For the visiting team of Hopkinton High School, leading off, a senior at second base, number 19, Emily Whalen. A sophomore, the pitcher, number 4, Tara Kester.
Everybody, welcome to Taunton High School. I'm Dominic Damiano, giving you the semifinal action between the visiting Hopkinton and, of course, Bridgewater, Raynham, the Lady Trojans. Should be a great contest as both teams are getting ready to warm up here. Of course, you see Bridgewater, Raynham taking infield as we start the top of the first inning. Leading off for Hopkins, it'll be Wheeler, number 19, playing second base. A designated player in the number 4 is Keister. Holly is in the third spot. Number 5, number 21 is Kadia, playing catching. McCluster is playing third base. McNair playing shortstop, and we're getting ready to get underway here. And Onsi playing first base. Chevry playing left field, and the flex player is Sullivan. And I apologize, actually Holly is playing center field. Alright, so we're getting ready to get underway as Welland steps in. Getting ready to get underway here. And of course, Ferry is on the hill for the Lady Trojans. Alright, so here's the pitch. And we're underway here at Taunton High School at Field of Dreams. The winner of this game will play the winner of the Bishop Fee and Taunton High School game, which will happen later on today. Hit the third. She'll take that unassisted. Great job by the first baseman. We have one away. Just like that. Now batting number 4, Keister, the designated player. Big right-handed stick for Hopkinton. Here's the pitch. And that's high, ball 1. Ferry sets. Here's the 1-0 from Ferry. A 2-0. A little overcast here to start today, not too bad as far as the weather going for the girls today. Here's the pitch. Called strike. Ferry does her normal routine. Steps back. Now she's on the pitching plate. Here's the pitch. Swung and missed. That'll leave an account for 2-2. 1 out, nobody on for Hopkinton in the top of the first inning. Easter sets, here's the pitch. That's high though when the count full. 3-2. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3 for the second out here in the top of the first inning. This will bring up Holly, the center fielder, number 5 in the third spot. Terry sets. Here's the pitch. That's high, ball 1. The big left-handed center fielder for Hopkinton. Coming out of the Tri-Valley Conference with Holliston and Norton and Ashland and all those other teams. Here's the pitch. Down the line, foul. And we'll do it all again. Batter's in the box. Ferry getting ready to deliver a pitch. Here it is. Swung and missed. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on again for Hopkinton. Hopkinton, excuse me. Ferry sets. Here's the pitch. Some out run missed. That ends the inning. After half inning, we have no score.
Stock production is brought to you in part by Mediterranean Bar and Grill of Taunton. Visit them at medbarandgrill.com. By Soares Pumping, simply the best at what they do. Visit them at soarespumping.com. By Frank Bedak Law Office. Visit them at bedaclaw.com. And by Physical Therapy U. Visit them at ptuclinic.com.
Half the battle, didn't make contact.
Welcome back. Dominic Damiano here giving you the semi-final sectional game here as we get ready for the bottom of the first inning. And batting for the Lady Trojans is Kushi, the center fielder. As she gets ready, here's the pitch by the pitcher. And we're underway here. There's a bunt right down, but foul. Sadia on the hill for Hopkinton. Peachy steps back in the box. Here's the pitch by Sadia. That's a pop-up. Pitcher takes it unassisted for the first out. Here in the bottom of the first inning. That'll bring up Barron, the second baseman, number 8. Big left-handed stick here for the Lady Trojans. Sadia pitches. Here's the pitch. That's high, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. And that's popped up in the short center field. Left field takes control and makes the catch for the second out. Here in the bottom of the first.
Next up, number 24, Jim Johnson.
Johnson now, the left fielder, steps in. Sadia sets and fires. Ball strike. Here's the pitch by Sadia. atmosphere here for Division I girls softball. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. So the such here's the pitch, and that's popped up out of play, just over the backstop and out of play. All right, so we'll do it all again. Celia sets herself. Here's the pitch. And that's popped up out of play, this time towards the Hopkinton dugout. Two out, nobody on for BR. In the bottom of his first inning. That's high ball called by the umpire. Using a two-man crew in this championship game. Here's the pitch. And that's hit in the center field. Falls in for a hit. Turning it for second. She sees 3. And standing off with a 2-out triple is Johnson. Bring up the shortstop, Sharon, number 3. A 2-out triple by that young lady, Johnson. Great job. Shows bunt, like she always does. Here's the pitch by Sadia, comes back. Ball outside, catcher look back after that miss. Here's the pitch. Swung and missed. All right, so here we go. Batter in the box. Pitch on the pitching plate. Here's a pitch. Ball outside. I believe that should run up to 2-1. Sevilla sets, here's the pitch. That's outside. Sharon definitely making Sevilla work here as making this Hopkinton pitcher work. Here's a pitch. Called strike. Shows bunt again like she always does, has the bat out there. Here's the pitch. And she walks him. So first and third with 2 out here for BR. Bring up Silva, the catcher. Excellent, excellent defensive catcher. Calls a great game for Ferry. Her and I, Ferry work very good together. Here's the pitch. Called strike. There's a pitch by Sevilla. That's popped up. Coming over is a third baseman that makes the catch. That reties the sides. After 1, we have no score. We'll be back with more right after this.
And it's because football's mainly on the weekends.
Sports Talk production is brought to you in part by Mediterranean Bar and Grill of Taunton. Visit them at medbarandgrill.com. By Soars Pumping, simply the best at what they do. Visit them at soarspumping.com. By Frank Bedak Law Office. Visit them at bedacklaw.com. And by Physical Therapy U. Visit them at ptuclinic.com.
Away here, top of the second inning, no score here from Taunton. They're at Jack Tripp Field of Dreams, as they call it here at Taunton High School. And now in there taking ball one was Sadia, the pitcher. Leading off for Hopkinton. And that's roped into left center field. It'll line drop up the wall. She'll stand up with a double, sliding in there safely. She really roped that ball. McClustery steps in, the third baseman, number 1. The left-handed stick. We'll have a pinch runner in for the catcher. I'm sorry we missed that one for you. As the coach has a pitch sub change, because the pitch runner had to be announced. Ferris threw a great pitch, and Sadia capitalized on a great pitch. Was able to come around and take them to left center field. Like I just said, here comes McCluster. And here we go. There's a bunt down the... Looks like everyone's got to be safe. No, I'm sorry, that was a putout. I totally apologize. That was a putout. 2-4 as the second baseman was charging. As the catcher was able to throw over the pitcher, excuse me. Here comes McIntyre now. Number 8. Here's Ferry's pitch. Ball strike. Ferry sets. Here's the pitch. It's fouled off. They do a great job on this baseball field, this softball field, excuse me, here at Taunton High School. Always well groomed, looks fantastic. There's a shot. Oh, what a great catch by Pesci. The runner tags and scores. And Hopkinton takes a 1-0 lead early in the top of the second inning. So with 2 outs, McIntyre's sacrifice fly brings in the pinch runner for Sadia. Now Sadia, the pitcher, will get up there. He follows the first one off she sees. Sadia sets, here's the pitch. And that floater gets away from her, up and away. Ferry sets, here's her pitch. That's ball high. Great crowd here at Taunton High. Here's a pitch. Popped up, but foul down the third baseline. We'll do it all again. And a pitching to a pitcher against pitcher, as some people like to say. Ferry sets. Here's the pitch. Ball outside. Ferry sets, here's her pitch. Foul tip into the catcher's glove, into Silvera's glove, makes the catch. That ends inning after 1.5 your score. Hopkinton 1, Bridgewater coming up.
Talk Production is brought to you in part by Mediterranean Bar and Grill of Taunton. Visit them at medbarandgrill.com. By Soares Pumping, simply the best at what they do. Visit them at soarespumping.com. By Frank Bedak Law Office. Visit them at bedaclaw.com. And by Physical Therapy U. Visit them at PTU Clinic.
Yeah. I like started before I left.
Leading off Bridgewater, Raynham in the bottom of the second inning.
Everybody, welcome back as we start the bottom of the second inning here. Bottom of the third inning, excuse me. 1-0 Hopkinton. And leading off for Bridgewater Raynham is the pitcher, Ferrier. Sevilla, here's her pitch. Ball outside. Ferrier, a very good contact hitter for the Lady Trojans. One reason why they're here today. Not just her great pitching, but her hitting as well. Here's the pitch. Called strike. Curveball right in there. That's fouled off. Just missing a nice pitch by Sevilla. And we'll do it all again. Here's the pitch. And it's popped up again. And here's the crowd, great crowd here today. Here's the pitch. She checked at it and fouled it off. All right, here's a pitch by Sevilla, and fouls that one off. It's official. We have a battle going on here. I believe it's 1 ball, 2 strikes, and a lot of check swings. Here's the pitch, and that's hit the left fielder. Charging makes a great play for the first out. That was tough. So Newcomb comes up now with a 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Here's a shot hit to center field. Coming on and making the catch is the center fielder for the second out. Trzynski now. Here's her time at bat. Takes ball 1 high. Here's the pitch by Sevilla. Hit to short, over the 1. That gets the out. I'm sorry, after 2. Bad graphic. 1-0 Hopkinton. We'll be right back.
Stock production is brought to you in part by Mediterranean Bar and Grill of Taunton. Visit them at medbarandgrill.com. By Soares Pumping, simply the best at what they do. Visit them at soarespumping.com. By Frank Bedak Law Office. Visit them at bedaclaw.com. And by Physical Therapy U. Visit them at ptuclinic.com.
All right, so here we go. As we start the top of the third, I apologize for the little graphic here issue. And Ferry deals. Swan and Mist as Unseed is now up to bat here in the third. The first baseman, number 15, big left-handed stick for Hopkinton. Here's a set by Ferry. Ball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on. 1 in already in that last half inning for Hopkinton, the top of the second inning I'm referring to. Called strike. 3 right there. Got her. I apologize. I missed it. Just like that, we have 1 out. 70 now steps in. The left fielder made that great catch in left field. Here's the pitch by Ferry. Swung and missed. Ferry sets. Here's the pitch. That's fouled off. One nothing Hopkinton. Here's the pitch. And she strikes out. Nice pick there by Sylvia, the catcher. So with 2 outs, that will bring up the leadoff hitter, Wheeling. Grounded out to the shorts, the first baseman. Her last time up in the first inning for the first out in the first. Sutton trying to come out for the girls here at Taunton High School. Again, Taunton will play Bishop Thean next. Here's a pitch by Ferry, called strike. Ferry sets. Here's the pitch. That's low. Puts herself on the pitching plate. The batter's back in the box. Here we go. And the pitch by Ferry. That's a dribbler. And that was one foul. I apologize for the late comment, but it looked pretty obvious to everybody back home. You can see the sun starting to come out. Chances of rain around this area. Ferry sets. Here's the pitch. As a pop-up, the catcher will go over, and Sylvia will make the play that retires the sides. After a 2.5-year score, Hopkinton 1, Bridgewater, Raynham coming up. Everybody, welcome back to Taunton High School. Bottom of the third inning, 1-0 Hopkinton in the semifinal South Sectional game. Now batting is Talpi, her first time up today in the 9th spot. Takes ball one from striking from Cedilla. Here's the pitch. Strike two. Let the high stuff could not hold back. Here's the pitch. That's high, since she lays off it. 1-2, I believe, is on the batter. Pitcher ready, batter ready. Here's the pitch. Foul ball, so the batter's out by the means of decay on the foul ball, trying to bunt their way on. And that'll bring up the top of the order. That'll bring up Pishi. Pishi popped out to the pitcher first time. He lays down a nice bunt, trying to get over, and she'll beat it out. Great job. Kid's an athlete. So with 1 on, 1 out, that will bring up Barron. So he sets, here's the pitch. And on the steal, there goes Pishi. And she is thrown out on the steal. Caught stealing for the second out. Great throw by the catcher on that play. Here's the pitch. Swung and missed. Actually, said fouled off. So little obstructed view of where we're sitting right now filming this game. I apologize for that. There's the pitch. Lays on another bunt. Great punt. She will beat that out, and she reaches. Nice bunt there. Great job.
Now batting number 24, Jill Johnson.
Jill Johnson now, the left fielder, up to bat. It's called strike. So the sets, here's the pitch. And it's fouled on the first baseline. We'll do it all again here, folks. Batter's back in the box. Cedilla on the pitching plate for Hopkinton. Here's her pitch. And that's popped up, and charging is a right fielder who makes the catch. After 3 complete, your score Hopkinton 1, Bridgewater Raynham nothing. We'll be back with more right after this. Everybody, welcome back. Dominic Damiano as we start the top of the fourth inning. 1-0 Hopkinton here in the fourth. Here from Bridgewater, Taunton High School Field of Dreams. And now batting for Hopkinton is Keister. Struck out her first time up. Ferry sets, here's the pitch. And we had a stoppage in play. She's going to let that one go. I would have threw the pitch just to follow through. Batter back in the box. Ferry on the pitch and plate, here's the pitch. And that's hit. Coming over is Pesci, who makes a great catch in right center field for the first out here in the top of the fourth. So it'll bring out Pauly, also a strikeout swing to end the first inning here, first time out. Big left-handed stick. That's fouled off, takes a nice swing at it. Probably realizing that he just missed it. Ferry sets, here's the pitch. Off strike. Here's the other pitch. Goes on a bunt foul. And we'll do it all again, folks. Here's the pitch. That's high. All right, let's see if Ferry can settle down here. Already have 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the fourth. And a 1-0 Hopkinton lead. She sets, here's her pitch. And that goes off, and she is going to be safe. She's going to beat it out. So 1 on, 1 out. Here comes another big stick for Hopkinton. Very good contact hitter. And the catcher, Sedilla. You have that sister combination in the battery, pitching and catching. And on a stolen base, she's in there safe. She beats it out. Nice try by Sylvia, trying to get it down there. Alright, so here we go. Little miscommunication. Sevilla, the catcher steps out and takes a practice swing. Runner in scoring position here for Hopkinton with that stolen base. Ferry sets and fires. Ball outside. Great crowd here in Taunton. Here's the pitch. And that's hit to left. She does her job, gets the runner over to third base for the second out. Fly out to left field if you're scoring back at home. Bring up McCluskey. At least on a sacrifice last time up. Thinking about laying down a bunt. Oh, that infield was in for BR. Ferry sets, here's her pitch. That's high. It's pretty cool hearing the crowds go back and forth, cheering for their team. Here's a pitch by Ferry. That's inside high. Ferry sets. Here's her pitch. Off strike. Winner of this plays winner of Bishop Bean and Taunton for the South Sectional Final. Here's her pitch. Swung and missed again. Here's pitch by Ferry. And that's it. Into left center field for a base and a run will score. And Hopkinton takes a 2-0 lead here in the top of the 4th inning. I have a little conference on the mound. Another run in for Hopkinton. Now batting. This would be McIntyre, the shortstop. And oh, what a great play! To end the inning on a diving catch against the fence for Bridgewater. After 3.5 years score, Hopkinton 2, BR coming out.
How do all these traveling teams travel? The parents have to do it.
Everybody, welcome back to Taunton High School as we start the bottom of the 4th inning. Hopkinton winning 2-0. Due up for the Lady Trojans, it will be Newcomb, Brzezinski, and then Talpe. And if they reach, Sharon, Sylvia, and Ferry are up next in the 4th. All right, so here's a throwdown, and here comes Sharon the shortstop. And I apologize if I'm butchering any of these names. It's not my intent, which you probably already realize. All right, so here we go. As Sadia steps in, they hit the battery sister and sister connection there, which is really cool. Sadia sets, here's a pitch showing front. Takes ball 1. And we're underway in the bottom of the 4th inning. Beautiful day for a ball game today, folks. Here's the 1-0. That's outside, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. As you can see, the sun's finally out here for the girls. Here's the pitch. Called strike. Nice pitch by that young lady. Little breaking ball on the outside of the plate to the right-handed batter. Shows bunt. Pulls it back. And she hits one deep in the left center field. Excuse me, I got a little sidetrack there. Great job by the center fielder for the first out. That was a warning track shot, folks. In comes Silva, excuse me. She flew out to the third baseman for the third out in the first inning, her last time up. Great athlete this young lady is. All right, well, 1 out, 1 on. Here we go. And that's foul ball. We'll do it all again. All right, here's the pitch. Second baseman charging over the first for the out. Nice play by the second baseman coming up. And of course the first baseman charging and the second baseman covering. So with 2 outs, in comes Ferry, the pitcher. She is 0 for 2, 0 for 1 for the day. Is her first pitch, high ball 1. Popped up to the to the left fielder for the first out in the second inning. Her last time at bat. She would love to help out her cause. Here's the pitch by Sevilla. And that's it. Center fielder goes back, makes the play that ends the inning. After 4 complete, your score, Hopkinton 2, BR nothing. We'll be back right after this. Hi everybody, welcome back. Dominic Daniel. We apologize for the technical glitch on that last top of the 5th, but we do have the results for you. In the 5th, they did strand 2 runners. Hopkinton, they did not score, as you can tell. Actually stranded 3 runners, and that's how the top of the 5th ended. Now we're here in the bottom of the 5th. 2-0 Hopkinton. Leading off for Bridgewater Raynham here in the bottom of the 5th inning is Newcomb, the right fielder. So Emily steps up. She flew out to the center fielder in the second inning for the second out, her last time at bat. BR would love to get something going right now. They've been down, as you can see, the whole game, so they would love again to get something going. Couple of practice swings by Emily Newcomb. Now she's ready, the big right stick. Sevilla steps in. Here's her pitch. Shows bunt. Everybody's charging. First baseman, third baseman, second baseman is getting ready to cover. Here's the pitch. Line drive, base hit, left field. And she'll have a stand-ups double to start the bottom of the 5th for the Trojans. Line drive, base hit into left center field. And that'll bring up Wazinski. She grounded out 6-3 to end this, for the third out to end the second inning. And we're going to have a courtesy runner, of course. And that looks like it's going to be, I believe it's, no, they're going to have her stay. I'm sorry, I thought you were going to have a pinch run. Brzezinski would love to help out the BR cause. So he is set. Here's the pitch. Ball one. A little overcast now, as you can tell, between runs the old Fenway Park. How Fenway Park is, excuse me. How it shadows over the batter and the batter and the catcher. Here's the pitch, sorry. Line drive. Caught by the third baseman. And smartly going back was Newcomb. So with one out, that'll bring up Calpe, the bottom of the order here. I want to make sure I get that batter right. I believe I did. Yep, Calpe in.
Now batting number 16, Jenna Marino.
Here's a pitch from Sevilla. Strike one. Possible run here for the Trojans at second base as Newcomb doubled to start this inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Sorry, this is Molino batting, number 16, not Calpe. Molino is in Calpe's spot. Here's a pitch. Throws on a nice bunt. And she's safe. Everybody's safe. Nice bunt. First and third, one out. Peachy now. 0 for 2 in the day. All right, Peachy steps in. Here's a pitch from Sevilla. Lays down a great bunt. Throw back to third. Everybody's safe. No, one out. Base is loaded.
Number 8, CC Barron.
And let's coach having a long talk with her contact here. And it comes Barron now. One out, bases loaded. Sevilla sets, here's a pitch. Fouled off. We will do it all again with one out. Bases loaded here in the bottom of the fifth and one strike on Barron. The sets, here's her pitch. Fouls it off again. Dribbling against the fence on the Hopkinton side. Alright, so here we go. No balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded. So there's sets. Here's a pitch. Foul ball. The crowd, you can hear it in the background, really getting into this game. They've been like this the whole game. Cynthia sets. Here's her pitch. Swung on and got her to chase it for the second out. Nice movement on that ball. Here comes Jill Johnson. She's 1 for 2 on the day. Doubled in the first and flew out to the right fielder for the third out in the third. On a big left-handed stick here. So there sets. Here's the pitch. Ball strike. All the cats really setting over the batter and the catcher. So there sets. Here's the pitch. There's a rope off the second baseman's glove. 1 run will score. Another run will score. Sliding in safe and throwing down the third. There's Pesci. And the Trojans have tied the game at 2. And now batting is Sharon. She walked her first time up in the first inning. Her last at bat. Flew out to the center fielder for the first out in the fourth. And here she is with a situation. Tied at 2 now in the bottom of the fifth. Shows bunt, kicks it in. There's a pop-up. And the left fielder comes in and makes a terrific catch. That ends the inning. After 5, we're tied at 2. We'll be right back with more. Everybody were underway here in the 6th inning, top of the 6th, tied at 2. McCluster will lead off for Hopkinton. Actually, it's Sadia in the 6th, I apologize. Leading up, we'll get to her stats. Doubled and scored in the 2nd. And there's a grounder to the 3rd. We'll do it all again. Going foul. And she flew out for the 2nd on the 4th her last two times at bat. She's officially 1 for 2 in the day with an RBI. With a run scored. 1 for 2 with a run in. There she ties her cleats and gets herself squared away. Big right-handed stick, sets herself in the box. Ferry looks, gets her sign from Silva. Here's the pitch. That's outside. Ferry doesn't really look like, what is. He just steps back, gets the ball back from Silva, and Ferry just puts herself back in the pitching plate, and she goes to work. Here's the pitch. And that's hit the second, ranging over to 1 for the first out here in the inning. McCluskey now, the left-handed stick, we'll get to her stats in a minute as well. Sacrificed, reached, and then we'll put out 2 to 4. Ball high, that's probably the worst pitch of the day for Ferry right there. Singled in the 4th. So she's officially 1 for 2 on the day. Sets, here's the pitch. Well, strike right there. Both corners were charging the third baseman and the first baseman. She showed bunt, pulled it back, and took the strike. Lays down a nice bunt, first baseman covering over to first with the second baseman covering. Just like that, you have your second out. Great mechanics, well done by Bridgewater Raynham. McIntyre steps in now. She flew out to center field to Pesci for the first out in the second inning, then flew out to the third baseman on a great attempt against the fence for the third out to end the 4th. Ball 1. Is pitched by Ferry, and that's hit and out of play. We'll do it all again. Ferry sets herself on the pitching plate. Here's her pitch. That's low ball. Yeah, I love that young lady's demeanor on the hill. Or I should say on the pitching plate. Takes whatever the umpire calls and she goes right, steps off and steps on and goes right back to work. Here's the pitch. That's high. So that would be officially their second bad pitch of the game. All right, McIntyre waiting for that pitch. Here's a pitch by Ferry. And that's popped up and foul. Ferry sets. Getting ready to deliver her pitch. McIntyre ready, here's the pitch. And that's popped up. Ranging is the shortstop who makes the play. That reties the side. After 5.5, we're tied at 2. We'll be back with more right after this.
Production is brought to you in part by Mediterranean Bar and Grill of Taunton. Visit them at medbarandgrill.com. By Soares Pumping. Simply the best at what they do. Visit them at soarespumping.com. By Frank Bedak Law Office. Visit them at bdaclaw.com. And by Physical Therapy U. Visit them at ptuclinic.com.
Everybody, welcome back as we start the bottom of the 6th, tied at 2. And leading off in the 6th is the catcher Silva. We'll get to her stats in a minute on what she did for the day. Flew out to the to the third baseman for the third out in the first. Grounded out 3-4 for the second out in the fourth. And here she is. Fouls that one off. Well, she's not going to hit the cameraman. Sevilla pitching really well. Competing there against her opponent, Ferry from Bridgewater. Raynham. Sevilla sets. Here's the pitch. That's high. That I'll officially say that is her worst pitch so far. Through 6 innings, 5 innings. A lot of nerves, a lot of jitters for both pitches. Big game here. Here's the pitch. Swung and missed. Tried to go for the high heat, couldn't catch it. Here's the pitch, and it's popped up out of play. Away from the camera guy, thank God. Three balls, 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. She'll take ball 4, she'll reach on the base on balls. And in comes Ferry. Ferry also, unfortunately, 0 for 2 on the day. And we have a pinch runner. For the catcher. And we'll give you that girl's number in a minute. Nice bunt laid down. Charging is the first baseman. Gets by the second baseman. She knocks it down. Everybody's safe. And she'll reach in an error. Corey Quill is the pinch runner now at second base. This pinch running for Silva. So they'll go down and calm everybody down. They'll have a little break here in the infield. That will bring up Newcomb. Newcomb was officially 1 for 2 in the day with a run scored. Blow out for the second out in the second. Doubled to lead off the 5th. And then scored. Newcomb back in her old spot. BR would like to score an end this, and there's a bunt. Now covering 3-4. Now they complete the play. But the runners move over to second and third for the first out. So she does her job. He moves them over with nobody yet, with 1 out now. And that'll bring up Brzezinski. Brzezinski grounded out 6-3 for the third out in the 3rd inning. Lined out to the third baseman first out. And here she is in the 6th. Here's the pitch by Sevilla. All right, so here we go. Here's the pitch, and that's lied out to the second baseman. The second out, nice play by that young lady who makes the play. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up Talpi. Talpi struck out for the first out in the 3rd inning. Singled and scored in the 5th to tie the game. She was thinking about going out. She lays off it. I think that's Milano now. I apologize. Milano is in Talpi's spot, batting again. Lays it down, lays off that one. BR having a chance to go ahead here in the bottom of the 6th and ending it in the 7th. Let's see if they can get it done. Sadia, here's her pitch. That's fouled off. Here's the pitch. That's high ball. Batter takes a practice cut, puts herself back in the batter's box. Here's the pitch by Sadia. That's fouled off again. Staying alive she is. Here's a pitch by Sadia. Little butt down, first baseman covers over to second. That covers it, ends the inning. After 6, we're tied at 2. We'll be back with more right after this. Everybody, welcome back here to the top of the 7th inning, tied at 2. And leading off for Hopkinton is Sadia, the pitcher. And just like that, off the follow off, it's strike 1. Ferry sets herself on the pitching plate. Gets the sign. Here's a pitch. That's high, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike if I'm reading my count right. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out, just on the way here in the top of the 7th inning. We have the battle again, pitcher against pitcher. Ferry on the mound for Bridgewater Raynham, and Sadia, the left-handed stick in there for Hopkinton. Here's the pitch, and that's fouled off. I believe that should make even the count at 2-2. Ferry sets. Here's her pitch. Let's say, did she check it? I'm going to say she did not go. All right, here's the pitch. Swan and got her. For the first out in the 7th. That'll bring up Onsi, the first baseman, struck out for the first out, looking in the 3rd. Flew out to the pitch to the second baseman for the second out in the 5th. So here we are in the 7th. Another left-handed stick. Swung and missed. Good stick here for Hopkinton. Ferry sets. Here's the pitch. That's away. One ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swung and missed. Here's the pitch. And it's fouled off, staying alive. Here's the pitch. That's high. Like I said during the broadcast, excellent crowd here for both representing Bridgewater, Raynham, and Hopkinton. A lot of support. All the way around the ball field as if someone leaned against the fence. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3, got her at the D's. Great pitch. And he comes Chevney. Chevney struck out for the second out in the third inning and singled and was stranded at third in the fifth. Check swing, strike 1, can't hold up. Another very good stick, very good batting order for this Hopkinton team. Here's the pitch. That's ball away. One ball, one strike. 2 out. Nobody on for Hopkinton here in the top of the 7th. Tied at 2. Here's a pitch by Ferry. And that's hitting the right field and falling and knocking it down is the right fielder. Great job. There's a two out single for Hopkinton. And here comes the leadoff hitter, Whalen. Grounded out for the third baseman in the first inning. Flew out to the catcher in the third. Singled in the fifth, got stranded at second in the fifth. In the fifth, she singled, got stranded at second. Here's a pitch. Takes ball 1 high. A very good second baseman. Ferry sets, Whalen waiting for the pitch. Here it is. Lays down a bunt. Come back over to the pitcher, over to 1. That ends the threat. After 6.5, we're tied at 2. We'll be back with more right after this.
Can I show you what my neighbor got?
Alright. Kind of creepy.
Come on.
A little bit.
Looks just like him.
It does. Does amazing portrait tattoo work.
Really?
So if you ever wanted to do like amazing,
Really?
yeah, I mean spot on. When Casey's boyfriend gets here, he'll show you some of the work he's done on him.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Really? Huh? Nice.
He does all themed stuff. He's a big comic.
Comic
guy.
con guy?
So he has a lot of
really?
that stuff on him. But when you look at it, it's like spot on.
Wow.
And he does human portraits. He does animal.
Oh wow.
He's really good with portrait work. Some artists don't like to do that stuff.
No. Right.
He specializes.
That's cool.
Yeah. Where'd you see all the work Casey's had done?
Really? Well, how's the boyfriend doing it for free?
Well, no.
Hi, everybody, welcome back. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning, tied at 2. And leading off here in the 7th is Kylie Peachy. Kylie's officially 2 for 3 on the day. Popped up to the first base to the pitcher for the first out in the first. Singled in the third, got caught stealing, and then singled again in the fifth. And here we go. Sadia's pitch. That's low ball 1. Sadia sets. Here's her pitch. Here's the 1-0. That's high. Ball 2. Here's the pitch. Called strike. Comes back with the heat on the 2-0 pitch. Makes it 2-1. Here's the pitch. That's fouled off. That will even the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just underway in the 7th. Tied at 2, as you can see. Here's the 2-2. Lays off that one, they'll run the count full. Here's the pitch. Lays down a bunt. First baseman covers over the second baseman covering for the first baseman. Was charging for the first out. So with 1 out, that will bring up Barron, who is officially 1 for 3 on the day. Excuse me. Here's the pitch by Sadia. That's low ball 1. Here's the pitch. Hit the third, backhand over to 1. And they get her. Great job by the third baseman on the backhand, firing over because Brown was charging. Charging, she was hustling down that line. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up Joe Johnson. Joe Johnson is 2 for 3 on the day. Doubled in the first, flew out to the right fielder for the third out in the third. And then singled in the 5th. She got credit for those 2 ribbies that tied the game. Here's the pitch from Sadia. Foul down the first base line, out of play. Thank you, people were paying attention. That was a rope. Sadia sets, and she fires. Line drive caught by the shortstop. That ends the inning. After 7.
Production is brought to you in part by Mediterranean Bar and Grill of Taunton. Visit them at medbarandgrill.com. By Soares Pumping. Simply the best at what they do. Visit them at soarespumping.com. By Frank Bedak Law Office. Visit them at bedaclaw.com. And by Physical Therapy U. Visit them at ptuclinic.com.
I know that we fundraise a lot, so I hope you're not paying for it. One more than that.
Everybody, welcome back here in the top of the 8th inning. Tied at 2. The winner of this game will play the winner of the Bishop Fee and Taunton game for the South Sectional title in a couple days. Foul out of play. And leading off here in the top of the 8th is Kester. She struck out looking for the second out in the first. Flew out to the center fielder for the first out in the 4th. Walked in the 5th, and here she is in the 8th. In the dirt low. Here's the pitch. Steps out, takes a practice cut. She'd like to get out of this slump and help her team out. Kester in the box. Ferry ready to fire. Sylvia ready to catch it. That's high. Ferry ready. Here's the pitch. Called strike. Right there at the knees to the big right-handed stick for Hopkinton. Very good contact hitter. Here's the pitch by Ferry. Hit over to second, over to one for the first out. So with one out, that'll bring up Polly. Struck out swinging for the third out to end the first. Singled and scored with a also a stolen base in the fourth. Then flew out to the right fielder to end the fifth inning for the third out. And here she is with one out, nobody on. Line shot. Oh, what a great play by the right fielder. Great job. Newcomb, Emily Newcomb with a great play. Excuse me, I'm sorry, that's Merlano out there on the right. So with two outs, that brings up Sadia, the catcher. Doubled and scored in the second. Flew out to the left fielder for the second out in the fourth. And then in the sixth, round out 4-3 for the first out in the sixth inning. And here she is in the eighth. Trying to help out her cause, her team. Ferry sets, here's the pitch. That's inside. Tall ball. Now the overcast has completely covered the pitching plate in the first baseman as the sun's going down. We're in this eighth. Someone's going to go down sooner or later. Here's the pitch. Swung and missed. Kind of fooled her on that one. Ferry sets here. Oh, she stepped off. Because the batter asks for time, which she can do. And 9 times out of 10, she'll get it as long as the pitcher is in the motion of delivering the ball to the batter. She'll get that time out. Here's the pitch. Swung and missed. Batter steps out, takes a practice cut. Now she's in the box. Ferry gets the sign to Silva. Here's her pitch. That's high. For the most part, besides a couple pitches, really bad pitches for either starter, they've been really zoning in on the strike zone and really challenging these hitters on both teams. That's low, and she'll walk. Brings up +3. Grounded out for the first out, 2-4 for the first out. Singled in the fourth. And grounded out 3-4 for the second out in the sixth. Another good stick here for Hopkinton. Here's the pitch in the third. Nice stop by Silva. Barry sets, here's a pitch. Called strike. Barry sets, here's the pitch. That's low. Here's the pitch. That's fouled off. Barry sets. Here's the pitch. Base hit between the first baseman and the second baseman in the right field. And it's first and second with 2 out for Hopkinton. McIntyre now. Flew out for the third out, the second out in the second inning for the center fielder. Takes a strike. And then flew out for the third out for the third baseman on a play she needed. The clean front against the fence. And then flew out to the shortstop to end the 6th. Here she is in the 8th. There's the pitch. Ground out to third to take it unassisted. That ends the inning. After 7.5, we're tied at 2. We'll be back with more right after this. Hi everybody, welcome back. Bottom of the 8th inning, tied at 2. And leading off for Bridgewater Raynham, number 3, Sharon, the shortstop. Sadia doing a great job. Trying to keep the Hopkinton team in this game. And where we are at the bottom of the 8th. There's the pitch. Fouled off. All right, so here we go now. Nice battle going on between the pitcher and the batter. She shows one like she always does today. Here we go. Here's her pitch. Foul ball. Just missing. Line drive. Down the left field line. Down the third baseline, just missing. You can see coach, the PR coach saying, hey, you used to play this much. Here's the pitch. Well, that's a ball. sets. Here's the pitch. Popped up out of play. And we'll do this all again.
He has the right to that space, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. As long
Here's the pitch by Sevilla. And that falls in the left field for a base hit. And Bridgewater Raynham has a potential game-winning run at first base. Now Silva steps up. Her on base is 2 for 4. But unfortunately, she's officially 0 for 2 on the day. Would love to help out her team. There's a pitch from Sevilla. That's high ball one. Taking a big jump and thinking about throwing none was Sevilla, her sister. But she doesn't draw a throw. Sevilla sets. Here's the pitch to Silva. That's high ball two. Nobody out. One on. Here in the bottom of the 8th, as you can see, tied at 2. Here's the pitch. That's tied 3-0. Here's the pitch. Well, strike. Sevilla sets. Here's her pitch. And she draws a walk. So at first and second, nobody out. That'll bring up Ferry, the pitcher. Would love to help out her cause right now. And we have another pinch runner. Pinch running is Corey Quill. Pinch running for Silva. Ferry ready, shows bunt, of course. Sevilla ready. Here's the pitch. Takes strike one. Big threat here in the bottom of the 8th for the Trojans. Here's the pitch. Lays down a bunt. We're going to call her safe. She beat the play. Great heads up base running. Tried to get the force at 3. Bases are loaded. As Sharon had some great speed. We'll bring up Newcomb with bases loaded. A little defensive timeout as the infield knows what they have to do. They got to bring it in. On the ground, they're going home. You know, another pinch runner. That will be number 20. That's Kylie Metis. She will pinch run for Ferry. So the infield's definitely in. As Sharon's ready, she wants a timeout to talk to her batter. Right, all she wants to tell her is put the ball in play. Just try to get it out of the outfield. If you can get it in the outfield, that'd be great. Try to get it by the infielders. Takes a practice cut. And she's back in her own spot. At the Milano pinch hit for her twice. The last 2 at bats. Take strike 1. Newcomb looks ready. That's a ball high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases loaded. Nobody out here for the Trojans. Nowhere to put them. Sadea sets. That's low. 2 balls and 1 strike. We're in the 8th, folks, on a great game. Sadea sets. Here's the pitch. And that's hit the right field. Right fielder makes the catch. Tagging and trying to score. Oh, the ball's going to get by the catcher. After the ball goes dead and the run scores, and BR's going to win this 3-2. They will play the winner of Taunton and Bishop Finn, and the Trojans win 3-2. We hope you enjoyed this game.
Production is brought to you in part by Mediterranean Bar and Grill of Taunton. Visit them at medbarandgrill.com. By Soares Pumping, simply the best at what they do. Visit them at soarespumping.com. By Frank Bedak Law Office. Visit them at bedaclaw.com. And by Physical Therapy U. Visit them at ptuclinic.com. Today's 4 Deep Sports Talk production is brought to you in part by Mediterranean Bar and Grill of Taunton. Visit them at medbarandgrill.com. By Soares Pumping, simply the best at what they do. Visit them at soarespumping.com. And by Physical Therapy U. Visit them at ptuclinic.com. This has been a presentation of 4 Deep Sports Talk, where high school and youth athletics come first.